Today we're going to look at two songs from the State of Israel's earliest period. Many of the songs from this period take their lyrics from the Hebrew Bible, but these are not sacred hymns. These are popular songs of a generation of secular Zionist pioneers. The stories of the Bible were their constitution, their connection to a time before the diaspora when Jews were Judeans living and working on their own land. So it is not surprising that many love songs from this period were inspired by the great biblical love song Shir HaShirim, the Song of Songs. Of course, many Jews and Christians read the Song of Songs not as a collection of profane love songs, but as an allegory for the sacred love between God and God's people. But the Zionist pioneers were largely secular Jews, and they envisioned these songs in their original context as portrayals of youthful love, human love. Dodi Li is a song whose lyrics were chosen from Shir HaShirim and then rearranged. The imagery was meaningful for young shepherds and farmers. There are lots of flowers and spices and gorgeous gardens, and I leave it to you to decipher the subtexts of the agricultural metaphors. Here's the refrain, a declaration of steadfast love. Dodi Li va'ani lo haro'eh b'shoshanim. My beloved is mine and I am his, the shepherd in the lilies. The first stanza is taken from chapter 3, verse 6. Here is how it appears in the song. Mi zot olam in hamidbar mikuteret mor ulvona. Who is this coming out of the wilderness in mists of myrrh and frankincense? The second stanza is derived from this verse. Libavtini, that's a hard word to translate. Something like you have captivated my heart. Achoti kala, my own, my bride. The word achot normally means sister, but here implies an intimately close relationship. And the third stanza is taken from chapter 4, verse 16. In the song, it's abbreviated to Uri Tzafon Uvoi Teman. Awake, O north wind, and come, O south wind. Now let's look at the composer, the songwriter, the person who chose the words from Shir HaShirim and created a tune for them. Nira Chen was a member of Kibbutz Ein Harod, where she was born. Chen started to play piano at age 8 and by 12 was writing songs. She played the piano for kibbutz and frequently accompanied folk dancing classes at the piano, often with her own compositions. Her songs were composed in collaboration with a choreographer, Rivka Sturman, who was also living in Kibbutz Ein Harod. Sturman was dismayed to see the children of her kibbutz dancing in European styles. In her words,
how is it that we, the pioneers, who established this character of the new Jew who works the land and lives in a kibbutz and speaks Hebrew, nevertheless we sing and dance in a foreign language? So
Sturman devoted herself to creating Israeli folk dances, as she said,
so that En Harod's children will dance in Hebrew.
In 1948, Sturman was looking to create a new dance using Yemenite dance steps. She turned to her friend and frequent collaborator, Nira Chen, and they decided to look for lyrics in the Song of Songs. Chen started with a melody from a piano piece that she had written earlier, and within a few days, Dodi Li was finished, and in less than a year it was being sung and danced throughout the new country. In 1950, tragedy struck. Nira Chen was diagnosed with encephalitis, inflammation of the brain. She could not move a muscle or talk for many months, and she was hospitalized for nearly 4 years. Several times when she was in the hospital, she heard her songs on the radio and she was surprised. She had never thought of herself as a composer. In 1953, she was released from the hospital and returned to Kibbutz Ein Harod in a wheelchair to continue her job as a music teacher. She lived to the age of 82. Now, usually you hear Dodi Li sung in a fast tempo with syncopations aligned with the dance rhythms. Dodi Li va'ani lo haroe bashoshanim. Well, Zamir's interpretation instead is a bit more sensuous, more in keeping with the amorous lyrics, as you will soon hear. But first, one more song. In this case, the lyrics are not taken directly from the Song of Songs, but were written in the style of the Song of Songs. Erev Shel Shoshanim was composed in 1957 and was quickly picked up by numerous Israeli and eventually international singers. It was written by Yosef Hadar, a professional composer, arranger, and music teacher. I met him in Israel in 2002. He complained to me that of the hundreds of compositions that he had written, the only one that anyone knew was Erev Shel Shoshanim. The lyrics are by the Tel Aviv poet Moshe Dor. You can see that these words are inspired by, and even in some cases literally lifted from, the biblical Shir HaShirim. An evening of roses, let's go out to the orchard. Myrrh, spices, and frankincense, a threshold for your footsteps. Night slowly falls and a rosy breeze is wafting. Quietly, let me whisper a song to you, music of love. Dawn, a dove is cooing, your head is drenched with dew, your mouth turned to the morning, a rose I will pluck for myself. Now let's listen to Erev Shel Shoshanim, followed by Dodi Li, from a performance by the Zamir Chorale of Boston.